Now, the question is, what did you feel?
Yeah, it's a typical feeling of the, like, that, what do you call, the retreat where he speaks in the end.
Yes,
But it's an indication that okay, group sit is finished.
yes, the 1 hour is over. But other than that, what did you feel?
Yeah, after, like, whatever we have discussed and what we have experienced, like, yeah, like it could be like, in a straight way of chanting, that would be great.
Okay, no, that's correct. But did you feel it painful, pleasurable, peaceful, irritated, or whatever? Right now,
Uh,
right now. Don't
yeah,
don't worry about the earlier thing.
yeah. So, like, it's a no feeling, because nothing, no pleasurable at all, and then no painful at all, like, and then my mentality was just like, what it is, and let's finish what it is. So that was my mindset.
Okay,
So yeah,
fine. How about your wife? Same thing.
yeah, same,
Same
yeah.
thing. Okay, then we'll ask Bobby.
I was trying to contemplate the meaning of that anicca, the sanghara, vedamino, vajjata, nirichanti, yasambhasmo. So, it is kind of. I was trying to feel how I feel at that time, but it was a kind of neither pressure or pain. It was just like that sound, which has some meaning onto that. Buddha's words or something, So, yeah, because I heard it many times, so I didn't have any kind of special. But I was just trying to observe my feeling, but it was kind of neutral, I think.
Then Mirin is there?
Oh, I think she's a bit busy, She
Okay,
didn't
okay.
come
No
because
worries, no
she was.
worries. No worries. Why did I play this in the first place? Is that if we were to do the meditation with eyes open or all the time, need to have the same Vipassana ears as well. So if we take this sound, two things are happening with it. Number one, we are taking this as Goenka, correct? And if we take it as
Yeah,
Goenka, then we would either have a pleasurable feeling or a painful feeling or a neutral feeling. Since we have been
yes,
listening to him, we will ignore it. Just ignore it. Now, like Bobby, what you said, you tried investigating on meaning because you already heard it.
yeah,
So there's nothing
yeah. I heard it many times.
many times.
Yeah,
So there's no longer any interest in hearing that. Now your interest has moved
correct.
into knowing what the meaning. Right?
Yes,
That means we are not doing vipassana. It's changing into something else.
yeah. Also, like when I hear a sound, a sound, it is changing. So, in this particular case, also that type of reflection also was there. Like the sound, any sound coming to the ear consciousness, it is changing. It is only in that present moment. So, and when I say me, those things are present when only that particular word or particular sound comes into the ear conscious at that moment.
So what we need to do, just like you do in the kaya, like the touch, treat, what we do, we start watching the sensation, hearing anywhere in the body without having to name it or stop. Meaning something is scratching here, you're not going and you're getting a itchy sensation, so you're not going and scratching it. Just watching the whole the same way we need to do with the sound. And just watch. without getting involved with that sound. Don't name it as Goenka. Then just watch the sound. Just come, goes. Just like in the retreat, we were seeing the pain coming and the free flow coming, and again something else coming. Now we can see the kalapas appearing in the sound as well. So if I were to like Goenka, so then there is a raga which is coming, so different kind of feeling. So the sensation is pleasurable. Okay. If I hate Goenka's voice, painful, and if I ignore it, just ignore it, try to do something whatever I want to do, then it is neutral feeling. So what we need to do as meditation now is that we shorten the samatha today. We will do it for 20 minutes only. We'll close it, close the eyes, watch the breath, so that calm state of mind, the anapana, what you are doing regularly, you 20 minutes. After that, this time today, don't close your eyes. You can be on camera also. You can just watch whatever sound is coming to you or sight. I'll tell you what exactly you need to do. If you see the sight around, you have to see whether anything is interesting to you, anything that feels interested. If you watch it means you should be seeing this everything, but observing is there any interest getting created or a hatred or a neutrality getting created. Then you will see kalapa like a heat, get heated up, some movement, some heaviness, lightness. Don't name it, watch it. Let's say that Buddha statue over there, very pleasurable feeling to me. Moment there's a pleasurable feeling, the body is coming light. So what I can see is that the Patavi Dhatu, I feel stable also. So wherever there is earth element, there is instability. Water element is there, it like flowing. So I start to flow, the mind starts to flow. And the air element is like wind. So it just movement from one object to another. And then when you have fire element, you feel heated up. The same sound of Goenka, if I don't like it, it gets heated up. I can see. I'll start thinking, why is he singing like this? It should be done this way. I don't know, blah, blah. Till that 3 minutes, 20 seconds is fighting with that sound. I don't want that sound to exist. It's heating up. The kalapa which has taken over is a heat. Now I can see. And then finally the space. So if you want to hear, you require space. There is akasha. Because there is space, you can vibration of the sound. Sound is heard because of akasha. Basically, can see the five dhatus, Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasha, that five dhatus. You can see the five ayatanas, Chakka ayatana, Gana ayatana, Kaya ayatana, five ayatana. And the Mana ayatana will come later. But today's session, especially 20 minutes, exactly 20 minutes, I'll talk 20 minutes, close your eyes, relax, watch your breath coming into the trail. Once done, we will do the Vipassana together, meaning yesterday, day before, were doing whatever you were doing. This time, we'll do it things together. Right? We'll do that. Okay. Let's start. It's 12:45 now. 20 minutes on 105. Okay, so let's begin Vipassana. As you would have done in the retreat, where you are watching from top of the head, feet, and feet to the where you are trying to find the sensation, any sensation. Now you're taking ear, sense door. Sota vattu. Vattu means a seat, like a adaya vattu. Vattu is also an object, place. Sota vattu. In the heart, there's a place for the ear. Then Saddharamana, the sensing of the sound coming to the ear. Yep. Aramana is the beginning or appearing or whatever we can. Then Akasa. Out of the five dhatus, this is the Akasa dhatu which is required for the sound. And then Manasikara. The most important thing, Manasikara. Manasikara happens due to the term used in Abhidhamma, Avajjana Chitta. Now, your job is to see how the decision making is. If there is a liking for something, it automatically tends towards the sensual, which also have, then you can have liking and disliking, ignorance. Or if you have an yoniso manasika, active consciousness, that chitta, and now discern that sound itself, which is just vibration. Got it? Now, in the previous one, what we played was Goenka's voice. This decision has been made, the Manasikara, that this is Goenka. If I'm a follower of Goenka, then I like it. If I'm not a follower of Goenka, I hate it. Goenka per se is a delusion in the mind, right? Because I'm holding it tight. Padana. Mind. Just like in the Vipassana, or looking at the entire body from head to toe, head. Now, while you are doing that kaya, observing kaya, if you were to fail, going back to breath in the same way, listen to the things which are coming into the ear, either in the left side of the ear or the right side of the ear. Don't react to it. Just observe. Don't name it. Don't classify it. Just observe. Just observe. Whatever feeling are going to come here, just observe. Can be a pleasurable feeling, a painful, a neutral feeling, can be vibration or throbbing, whatever appears in the kaya, what you were seeing. If you are feeling tingling sensation in here, tingling sensation. If you are feeling throbbing sensation in here, throbbing sensation. There is some sound which will be always with a sound. If don't take it as yours. Don't react to that sound. Why this sound is. Got it? Any questions? Begin. All clear? Apart from the kaya, is apart from the body, what you're scanning from top of the head to the tip of the feet, top of the head, feet. Also do the same thing. Start. This one, you're going to do that body scanning from top of the head to the tip of the feet, tip of the feet to the top of the head, with eyes open, eyes closed. Number one. Number two, going to give equal amount of opportunity for watching the sound coming in the ear and not getting involved with it. Like you're not getting involved with the body, treat same way, not getting. Yeah. In the body, you will find the kalapas. In the ear, you will find how the consciousness is now working. Manasikara will tend itself into neutral. Okay, so we have around 18 minutes. Okay, shall we end? How
Yes.
was it? Something different.
Yes. I could hear constantly something in my both the ears.
Yes, there will always be something being heard.
Yeah.
If you don't have any speech, that sound will be continuously be there.
Yeah.
If you were to watch that, it brings in neutral feeling. That sound will for everyone. We are not sensitive enough to hear, so you don't have to concentrate on that. You are just observing the sound coming in. Then you come to a stage where it brings in neutrality. Yes, now you are aware of the neutral feeling, neutral sound in the ear. Just like when you do the body scanning, you will come to a stage of free flow, which is neutral. You get pleasure because there is sensation everywhere now, part of the body where you feel glad, and then suddenly it becomes heavy or whatever. Same way, here also has a absolutely what you do on the body. Here, same thing on the eye, same tongue, all the five senses, same. So now we are watching the whole day, sound coming, sound going, some anitya nature, nitya nature. Can't hold the sound, right? The sound. You don't name what sound it is, it's just a sound. Just like you're doing on the body, you don't have to name anything. Hot, you feel cold, you feel heat, you feel light. There's so many sensations or feelings which are coming. Yesterday, Bobby was asking what's the difference between feeling and the experience. Now, can you know the difference?
Um, yeah, the feeling is something maybe um, what you feel in the body, but then experience is everything, like all maybe like,
Everything taken together.
yeah, all, yeah, everything taken together. So
Yes.
I was contemplating on that. Then, yeah, I was getting a sense of it. But then, like, when you say space, space is something I feel outside and inside, but then this is more sound coming from outside and all that experience. Then it is when it is touching the consciousness, you get some feeling. So that is the feeling. The experience is everything together, so that is
Yes.
an experience. So
Yes.
am I talking correctly?
Yes. So experience is all six senses together.
Hmm.
And
So then you say Nibbana is also an experience, right?
yes,
So
Nibbana
that's
is
what
also experience. So the closure of the sixth sense door is experienced by the conscious. You're conscious, all the six senses are.
Hmm. So sorry, in that case, like for example, now here some sound is coming external and you hear that and the consciousness and then the feeling. But then is it same with sight also? Is it coming from outside? So it is coming from the space? So the space element?
No. So there are five. For sound to have, you require akasha. For eyes to see, you require aloka, which is light. And for the tongue to taste, you require rasa. For ana, nose, you require the vayu, air. That's what brings in. And for the body, touch, require thada. Thada means hard, something tangible. That tangibility is patvi. So you have all the five dhatus. Okay, so when you get into
So,
the yeah, go ahead.
no, so what I mean is, yeah, I heard this light is required for the sight, but is it that object is outside and
No, the
for example, the
mental
one.
object is mental object. That is manomaya kaya. So we're going to come to mind later. First, we have to be very clear on the this panchadvara. In the manasikara, there is mind and also there is the five ayatana, sense doors. What we are doing first is to understand all the five senses. The vipassana of the Goenka or retreat, what you have gone, you are looking at the kaya, body sense door. Now you are doing that with the ear sense door, then we'll do with eye sense door, then with nose sense door, maybe with the tongue sense. Then we'll come to the mind. Presently, keep all the mind things.
Actually, sorry, I couldn't express that, but I was not asking about the mind. What I asked about is, for example, when the some food touches your tongue, it looks like it is very close. As soon as it touches that part of the tongue, only you feel the feeling.
Yes, exactly.
But then, yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
but yeah, that's not my question. So then, the same way, like ear, the sound touches. For example, the sound is, it looks like sound is somewhere far, or it can be near also. But then, same way, the sight of eye is also
All are
can be
outside. All are
outside. All are outside, but the tongue, it looks a little bit of closer. But
no,
because
no,
you're actually,
no. It's outside only.
it's outside, but for example, when actually the distance wise, it can be like when the food touches your tongue, only you get that taste, right?
In all,
will
it's
touch.
like that only. The consciousness comes only when something touches. Otherwise, there's no consciousness. Even for
No,
eyes.
no, I'm not meaning the touch of fasa, but what I meant is for example, the distance of in at least a conventional way, the distance between that sense organ and the actual sound. For example, now I'm hearing a sound maybe a little far of the cars or the vehicles moving, so I know that it is bit far. But in the same way, like if I see the wall, I know that this is far. So between that actual wall and my eyes, there is a cavity, there is a space. That's what I was trying to say. That but then between the food, when you're touching the tongue, there is only maybe touch is happening, but the distance or the conventional the space is very little. No,
The physical distance does not matter.
See, the thing is like this. From the birth, we are used to eating, so we feel like that. And any other sense door, we are used the maximum sense door is tongue for everything. From baby stage till today, the maximum use sense door. So it seems relatively near than any other sense door. It's quite possible to think that way, but all are in the same. There's no nearness or farness.
So between all the sense doors and the object, there is a space.
Yes,
There's a space.
same space.
So that same space.
Same
So it
amount
is,
of space.
same amount. So yeah, it is the distance is not like at least in the conventional way, distance is.
No, it seems
like-
like, see the food you are taking that much takes time to come into the mouth. But whenever there is a sound coming in, instantaneously the consciousness comes. Light comes in, the instantaneously the consciousness. Tongue sense door also the instantaneously the consciousness. So it doesn't take time. When you say this is near and that is far, it means it takes some time for the consciousness to come. It will wait a while. Comes no. Instantaneously. And that's the reason even in the sutta he says chakuncha paticha rupecha upajjati chakku vinyanam for all the six of them. He doesn't say it would take some time. Okay, this 3 will come fast and that 3 will come later. No. The burning is the same, meaning the fuel and the fire. Put the fuel to the fire, it starts burning. It doesn't take time. If you looked at Mahatanha Sankhya Sutta, all the 6 are fires. So as soon as something is given to it, it starts engulfing that. So it doesn't take time. But since we are used to using the tongue sense door more often than any other sense door, or that becomes highly gross experience, so we might feel that this sense door, that is when you touch, when you put the food into the mouth, immediately there is a flavor coming, or whatever that is coming is much faster than the ear or eyes or whatever. But as far as senses doors are concerned, they exactly behave the same. The space is also the same. So there's no gap. Otherwise, it would take time. Let's say sound is coming somewhere. See, the reason why we feel it. You bring a plate near, and who is first eating? Can you tell me? If you bring a plate near you, who is first eating? Which sense
Mind.
door is eating? No, eye sense door eats first. Eye sense door eats first. Then the nose sense door eats. Then the mind sense door puts everything together how it should be. So if, let's say, it's not properly organized, and then it wants to organize it in a very proper way. So sight, this eye sense door, nose sense door, and the mind sense door, and you will be surprised. The body sense door, it feels, right? You are doing something, right? You are putting everything together, or pouring, or doing something. Body sense door. Which sense door eats actually in the end is the tongue sense door. Have you ever seen? Okay.
I think I noticed this much process is.
Yeah,
really
you need
noticed.
to. You need to. That is what the Vipassana is all about. You order for a pizza today. Okay? You see what happens. There is a way of the pizza, right? So he brings in the box. You are ordering it from Pizza Hut or Domino's or wherever it is. He brings in a box. You're not gone there to eat. Let's say you're eating at home. You bring your box. Which is the first eating? Eyes. You open it, you say, ah. Right? Who has eaten? If you were to argue with me, I would say the tongue sense door will eat in the last, after everybody has eaten. Okay, now you see this. You open the pizza and you see, ah. Then, after eyes, the smell is coming, right? The moment it's opened up, eyes is seeing, smell is gone. Mind recognize it as pizza, right? Otherwise, you will not call it the pizza. The mind is saying this is pizza. Then, body sense door. Can you put your tongue there on the pizza? No. You will have to cut the
Catch it.
portion. The last is a tongue. Right?
Good. We'll watch that.
And you can't change the sequence. You just try. You cannot change the sequence. Okay, let's go to buffet thing. They hold a plate. It's a body sense door. Yes or no?
Yes.
Spoon, body sense door. Now you have an empty plate. So what will you do? You're scanning through your tongue or you're scanning through your eyes? Tell me which one. Which one are you scanning?
Through the eyes.
Eyes first.
Eyes. Oh, you look at it, you pour. But again, you're using not tongue sense
Body.
doors, body
Body.
sense door. So you're pouring, right?
Yeah.
And then, as soon as you pour, are you eating? No, smelling,
I think.
smelling, right?
Yes.
There's a
Maybe
smell.
before that also we are smelling.
Yes, before that, after that, you are not even eating, you are smelling.
I think.
Okay, started with body sense door, then what sense
Actually,
door?
I think sometimes it is not even the eyes we hear first maybe the smell, if something cooking
Whatever.
somewhere in.
So
Yeah.
if you see, which is far then? The tongue
I
sense
really-
door is the farthest,
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes,
because that poor guy will only get after everybody is eaten.
yes. Yeah, it's a good, very good reflection. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. So that is how we need to see. That is Vipassana. You're literally seeing what is happening. You're not going by somebody saying it. You're literally seeing. And we go wherever we go, however we go. Even if you go to a restaurant, you are just sitting. So there's a body sense door. It's just sitting, body sense door. And you're watching, coming, what is coming, what is coming. And the menu card, menu doesn't have any food. It's a mind sense door. So in this case, first is a mind sense. It senses, what are the food available here? It's a North Indian or a South Indian or a continental or an American or this and that, Australian, New Zealand or whatever that is. It's a mind sense door. First question we ask, what do you want to eat? There's no answer. You say, oh, what's there on the menu? Will you eat a menu by any chance? Then you take the
No.
menu card. Okay, you take a menu card. Eat it then. No. Eye sense door. Then you order. Body sense door. Then you see this fun. There's no smell there. So what is working? Body sense door, eye sense door, ear sense door. Three sense doors are working presently. Other and the mind sense door. 4. 2 are silent. No smell of that food what you have ordered. It's half an hour. It's not given. What happens? Who is getting angry? Tongue is not getting angry.
Mind.
Mind sense door. And then you say, where are you? Why? It's body sense door. Body is getting agitated. Why? Because mind is agitated, so the body is agitated. What kind of restaurant you have? Blah, 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 all that. And then he brings. When he brings, you don't put your tongue there. You put your eyes there. Again, the same process. Eyes, nose, mind. And when you're watching somebody eating, the sound is coming, the sound sense door. So you feel even more charged up. That makes you even more hungry. Actually, they are eating, but you feel hungry because you're watching everybody's eating and you are the only fellow who is not eating. And after everything has happened, when you pour to your plate, body sense door, now you're giving that poor guy out of 6 sense door. You're saying it is very near. I call it is the farthest. Right? This magic happening is Vipassana. You are cutting it, seeing what really is happening, what really is happening. It's an autopilot mode, so we don't even care. Now you see, it has come. Body is holding it. Tongue is not holding. Body is holding the. Just they pour ice or whatever they tell. When the plate is there and the food is there, I has started to eat, looking at what is this, what is this. So eye, mind, body, and nose. 4. Ear, after you that some sounds coming, the ear sense now becomes active. Then only when you put in the mouth, over.
And Vilasji, actually, like my that initial question itself, I think maybe I couldn't put it correctly. What I understand that all the sense the objects of the sense doors, it is the same like space. It is very close. That I understood in the beginning. But what I was trying to say is that for this eye and especially ear and even the nose also, the actual incident, for example, that sometimes the object of it is. I'm not talking about the actual touch. Touch is, I know it is very very near, but then only the consciousness works. But the perception that, for example, a car accident happened maybe half a kilometer away, conventionally. So that is a far object. That is what I was saying. There is a perception that it happened a bit far, but the contact is happening the same way. It is all near. Everything is near. So
no, don't take it like that. See, now you are expecting a sound to come and you're making it far. But there are other sounds also, right? Other than this car screeching sound, there are other sounds also.
Correct.
So others. Yeah, you're sitting there and you're making some sound. That sound is always there.
No, that is there. So but I'm talking about some. No, I'm just. I understand what you're saying. But maybe my question was that I was trying to figure out the space. Is it I know that there is a space for this.
No. I think you mistook it. The space here is, if the space were not to be there, no sound can be heard. It's not the space between two objects.
We're
talking at space as space. If there was no space, would you hear any sound?
No. That's what.
That's what we are talking. Now I understand what you're saying. Akasha is, without Akasha, there can't be sound. Only if there is sound, Akasha, then you can hear the sound. Only when the light is there, you can see, or even the darkness also you can see.
The light has to be there.
Light has to be there. Only when the air goes into the nose, will you smell, or will you your nose everywhere and try smelling it?
No. Yeah, through the air.
Like that. So the 5 dhatus, kalapa, what we are talking, 5 of them interact with 5 ayatanas, sense doors, and then there is an experiencer. Got it?
Yes.
And that's the reason the consciousness plays the role of an witness, fairness, server, whatever you want to.
So light is which dhatu? Light is which dhatu?
Light is for the eyes.
I know which element. For example, among the 5 elements.
Agni or Aggi.
It is heat element.
Heat element.
Light is heat element.
Light has the heat property and also the light property. Agni, when it burns, can you not see there's some light thrown along with that?
Yeah.
Right.
But then there is heat also. Yeah.
It is having heat also. But when it starts burning, something is burning, you can see all the darkness around it is gone. Even though it is hot. So if you see in a light source, like a tube light or LED or whatever, it gets heated up, right? Bulb will get heated up. Why? Because by nature, fire element, but it also has light. So Buddha uses aloka, aloko udapadi, light came because lighting. So for eyes, you require light. For ears, you require what? Space.
For smell, air.
For smell, air.
And for tongue, actually water. Water, right? Water, the rasa.
For body, you require?
Yeah. Is it, you told, is it earth element? Earth
element. Why? Because if it is no hardness, what will you touch?
Yeah. So what is that other word you said other than earth? You said something else for the Pali word?
Thada.
But they don't say Prithvi, right? Why Prithvi?
Thada means tangible.
Tangible.
In English, tangible. And earth element is tangible, right? You can see it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can look at it, right? Now, I'm looking at you, Bobby. Why am I looking at you? Because you are thada. I can see there is a resistance, right? If I were to touch you, there is some resistance. Assuming your body was not there, what will I see?
Yeah.
Right? Forget Bobby. You're having a sofa. How do we call that as a sofa? But there is thada. There is some hardness, something there, right? I can name whatever it is, but there's something tangible, can be touched.
Touched. Okay.
A structure, a shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wife and husband is tangible, right?
Yes.
So we touch. Say that, I'm touching my wife, I'm touching my daughter, I'm touching my son, because it is tangible, something to touch. So this is how our practice should be, that only in the kaya we are seeing all, all the six senses. You get exactly the same experience. The bhanga will happen in kaya, the bhanga will happen here, the bhanga eyes, bhanga will tongue, the bhanga nose, and lastly the bhanga happens when the sign goes away. Mindless. You remove the symbolization, sign, instantaneously you are in Nibbana. Because the sign was the one which was blocking it. Now you can do this wherever you want, right? So now you're just sitting and then you're here, you put your observation sound, don't name the sound, just then done. Eyes. Just see if any object is interesting. If yes, it's raga. If you don't like something, vesha. If you think that is a real object, then it's moha. You're just observing it. That's the reason Buddha says dite dite mattam. When you're seeing, only seeing. You're not naming it. You're not getting a pleasurable feeling or a painful feeling or something. Same with all the other three of them, because your two are already doing. You have learned how to do it in Vipassana. Goenka, he has already taught you. Kaya, you're now doing for the other four. The fifth, sixth one, mind. We will do it separately. Then it will cut off everything. This Panchadvara Avajjana Chitta, what we are doing. And the Manodvara Avajjana Chitta is the sixth one, is Hadayavattu. So what we will be doing in this, go into the heart, penetrate into the heart and see what is happening. There is some vibration which kampana in Sanskrit Pali. Now there is some vibration. You feel it in the heart. You're just watching what is happening, what is happening, what is happening. Something is happening. You feel pleasurable by that or pained by that. So Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vinyana. We're going to do in that, in six senses, cuts off, six senses goes to sleep, you're awake, is Nibbana. So now today we have taken the second sense. So we started doing the Kalapa, don't forget that. So you watch what is taking over. Doing Kaya, see what is taking over. We now put the fan. It's still feeling hot. Fine. What is taken over? Sweat. Sweat, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, and Pathavi. I'm not feeling solid right now. I'm feeling hot. I'm feeling sweaty. Isn't it true? It's true. That is my investigation question. In the same way, sound is coming, fan sound is coming, or some other sound is coming. Sound. What is happening? This point in time. Nothing is happening. Good. This also nothing is happening. Very good. So you have closed the two sense doors now. Body sense door, ear sense door. At everywhere, checked in the room. Feeling any attraction, repulsion for any one of this? No. Very good. You close the third sense door. Anything happening in the tongue? I want to eat something, a salty thing, a sweet thing, and blah blah. Nothing is happening. Wow, four sense door. Look at the nose. Any smell? You're liking, disliking, or neutral? You don't know the smell? Are you in a stage that, like what happened during COVID times, you couldn't smell it? Like that, are you having? No. Five senses are closed. Now you come to the mind sense door, drop out Nama and Rupa, the defining one side, and they expressing it through whatever it is. And it strikes, start naming it. This was like this, that is like this, cut it off. Now, when you cut it off, all the vinyana, conscious, drop out at they become nirodha. That is nirodha samapatti. You come into a stage when it has ceased completely. Now you sit like taking water bath, hot stuff. Now you can sit first to get your breath, all you want that body, kaya sang, watch that. Like I watched, my heartbeat came down to 30 beats per second. 5, 32 means high, 32. And my BPM itself is around 43. It automatically dropped down to 32. BP is 110 by 70. So, dead. Heartbeat is
Is that all the time, or
that
is that all the time, or
whenever in this stage.
uh,
Now, I get to see heartbeat 77 BP. I speak. Calm. Nothing. You're done, Vipassana. So, what you learned in VRI is very that kaya, what you intended to must take year. I mean, is what? Wife is nagging, let's say, good one. Or you're watching some news, forget the wife because you're going to get hit after this end, or she will hit me either way. So then you take the news, some news, what's happening? Instantaneously, you get heated up. At the few minutes down the line, change, kalapas have solid, and the why you take restless. Literally, you feel restless. Now, after that, just take a note, find that why. Then you're totally involved, you start to sweat, even though it's cold outside, but because you're totally involved. Then the patavi, which that idiot, just watch what's or the kalap. Any video, I'm not naming this video, that video. When do you get involved? The video, fire, air, water, earth, and you lose space, feel tightened. You were expansive, but gets contracted. Start the fear. Fear strikes. What if this happens? What if that happens? Start imagining. That whole mind takes over the body. Now you will have different kalapas going here, there. Only mistake I did was to watch a video. That's the only difference. I just went and played movie. Let's say I'm bored. I want to watch a movie, 3.5 hours. I could have done Vipassana for 3.5 hours. Light, taste, touch, smell, body. Here I am, half hours. So I'm sitting tight. Ding, 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 ding. The sound is coming, right? So that sound is sound, but I call it as Dolby Atmos. So, and I have bought speakers, beautiful, maybe PMPO speaker, pre-modulated, pre-output. That means raw output. And I've put one below my chair also, so that when it starts, it feels something is shaking, right? So, want it. The dinosaur comes. So then I feel, oh shit, why? Now you see what happened. If you're jumping, if the body is jumping, means vayu, movement, fire, air, water, then earth, took up the space. There's no space. So you feel really constricted. You want to know what is going to happen in the movie. I want to know. So there's eagerness. That means vayu is increasing. Vayu is increasing. Vayu is increasing. The more the vayu increases, it reduces the patavi dhatu. That means you feel even more unstable. Now I am feeling even more restless. So I will hold the chair because it's becoming unmanageable now. So I'll hold the chair tight. Haven't we experienced this? Only if that guy would have let it go, saying that, this is tapo dhatu. Oh, this is patavi dhatu. Tejo dhatu. This is vayu dhatu. This is akasha dhatu. Then there's nothing. Whatever sound is coming. So the movie is ended for that person. He didn't enjoy the movie. He went to the movie, that's for sure, but there was no movie. But there was no experiencer. You see this? There was no experiencer. So when we come out of the movie, we again start talking about the movie. You know how we acted. Oh my goodness! I was almost shocked. Blah blah blah. And you just saw the scene where that ambulance comes. Oh my goodness! It just feeling that came into my eyes. What ambulance? Where it came? How it came? Right? Because that is mano vinyana dhatu. It just makes up stories. You just enjoy the story. So how many movies have we seen so far? Every
Countless.
day. Every day we watching movie. Every day. Well, going to work is one movie. Coming to work is another movie. Talking to your family is another movie. Not talking to family is another movie. That. But we are not doing that's Vipassana. What's happening? Then you come out of madness. That's all what we have done the two sense doors. Our practice sense doors for one full take body, like you have done on RI. If you are not getting the sound, come back to the body watching. Like Goenka says, if this is not working, go to the breath. In the same way, you come to this. If that is not working, go to the breath. Got it? You are going on the ear sense door, body sense door, works, go back to breath. Then again, come back to body sense. You are comfortable standing of the feet, top of the head, that, and once you get the sense of that, now do the same thing with ear sense door. Coming due to sound, measurable sense, irritation, throbbing, heat, blah blah blah. All that. Feeling liking sound, hating of the sound, feeling scared of the sound. When somebody talks loud, you feel, why is he talking like that? Or some soft, or some music, like what I sent started. Aditya Goenka. The sound. But for me, it is Goenka, Moha. Because that will bring in either Raga and Dvesh. If I am a follower of Goenka, Raga. Non-follower of Goenka, Dvesha. Because there is Moha. There is no Goenka. It's just a sound. Where is Goenka there? You're hearing to sound. Come on. It's a sound, bare sound. And that is used for getting you out of that for meditation. 3 minutes, 20 seconds of that. So 7th minute, oh sorry, 57th minute, the assistant teacher will press. By the time people will be thinking when this is end, when it will end, and it like this. Now it has happened. Okay, now you sit. A pleasurable feeling because that 1 hour ordeal is over. Now you stretch. Take 5 minutes break. Come back to your bed. But the same thing with ear. If I target it as Goenka, who entered inside my ear? Goenka. Actually, sound entered, but I made it Goenka entering. I hate Goenka. That's it. It's a pain. 3 minutes, 20 seconds is not a simple thing. I want that cassette to end. Not ending. I'm saying anicca, anicca, anicca. It is not ending. Correct, no? Goenka also says the same thing. If you're having pain in your knee and you keep on saying anicca, 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 I did anicca, the pain is increasing, it is not reducing. Same thing if I make Goenka as my enemy, what's going to happen? The sound when it comes, I want it to end. I don't want, I want him to stop. I want assistant teacher to stop this. Burning. So what Kalapa came? Tejo. And it is not going, it's increasing. Vayu. Then I'm sweating. There's a sweat. There's a sweat. Why? Because it's burning. So it's sweat. Water will come. Maybe not everywhere. Some place wet, little bit wet here, little bit here, wet there, wherever. Wet. Then what happened to Patavi? As soon as the cassette is ended, what a relief. Why? Fire element has, and the Vayu element has receded back. So when the fire and the Vayu or the air element has receded back, the water element condenses because there's no water any longer. So the Patvi comes back. So I feel secured. Wow. So nice. And I blame Goenka for that. Idiot, you have to blame yourself for burning yourself, not Goenka. Goenka helped you, in fact, by bringing all of these kalapas at once, which we can call it a sankhara. So if I stop reacting, what is going to happen? The sankharas will come on the surface and it'll go away. Ear, body, thing, nose, same thing, tongue, same thing, eye, same thing. Finally, and tackle the mind. That is elusive. You require good 5 indriya practice. Ayatana has to be pulled out. Then you do the 6th one. Any questions? Anyone? Otherwise, we'll end. I think what I'm talking is what? What am I talking?
You're talking about the practice for
No,
what we have to do.
I'm sending only sound.
Sound.
I'm only sending sound. You might like the sound, you might dislike the sound, you might be distracted by the sound, you might be deluded by the sound, but what came
But
to
then,
you is only sound. Yes.
yeah, when you're sending the sound, there is actually a concept or something we have to understand on that, right? That reflection also is there. Like it is a sound in that only that present, but then, there is a whole concept involved which we have to
Where?
remember it. Otherwise, how we will understand this?
Where?
Like in somewhere.
No. It's in Hadayavattu, which is the mind sense.
Mind, yeah, mind, yeah.
So what the mind does, it picks up from every sense door and sends itself. Just connects everything together.
So the thoughts, what we are happening, in that is a part of the
Mind sense door.
mind source. So that is again a different element, right?
It is no
Conscious.
element there. There's no element. It's only manodvara. That means that door itself has everything.
But in some sutras, Buddha says 6 elements, like
Yes, Vinyana Dhatu. Its sixth element is Vinyana Dhatu. The Vinyana itself is in the mind. What you say mind is itself Vinyana. So what else is there? It recognizes.
Thought is part of that Vijnana Dhatu.
If you don't give it food, it will create food. You don't give eye sense door any food, ear sense door any food, no sense door. So you have closed all. But mind sense door is open. What it does, it throws all of this you are not given. It knows how to create by itself. I'll give you an example. Let's say I have come to Brisbane. Okay, once in my life. You don't call me to Brisbane. Can I not enjoy Brisbane sitting here?
Yes.
How?
Can you imagine that?
No.
Or maybe watching something.
No. Chitta, which is mind, picks up food by itself and starts enjoying. Doesn't require anyone.
Yeah, but based on some input, right? Based on some previous.
For that reason, I will ask you to read
Perception.
a sutta called as Dutiya Gaddula Sutta. I will share that. He calls it as a movie. Yes, Chitta, watch the Chitta. There is no other movie player than the Dutiya Gaddula Sutta. And it's called a Chalana Chitra is what we call in Indian language. Charana is what he calls. Chara is to move. Charana is that which moves. So it's a moving images on moving, moving, and moving, and moving. Whether there is food given or not, it can create food by itself. For other 5 senses, you require to give them food. Sixth one, you don't. That's the reason I want to take this in the last for all of us. First, you have to learn how to close all the 5. You can close the 6th. Keep all the 5 open and try to close the 6th one. And what you learned in the Vipassana, it close one sense door by not reacting. Just kaya, body sense. Because you're not supposed to react to the sensation coming on the body. So you learned it. Now you understood. That you get into Kalapa level. Very good. Very good. So we'll do slowly. Don't worry. I'm there.
And one last question.
Yes.
Since you are talking about the ear sense door, whatever, like you're talking about the kaya, like whatever, the sound coming and the conscious work, you're feeling in the body, right?
Yes
Like,
and no.
Yeah.
You
Yes
feel
and no.
in the mind as well, you feel in the body. Because where are the senses in the body? Where else will they?
But you told just now, don't worry much about the mind. So then that means we are observing that feeling in the body, whatever coming.
We are observing the feeling in that sense rather than in the body. It seems like it is coming to the seems like, because we are habituated to believe like. can see that it is only in that sense. It has got nothing other sense at
Mm.
all. And that's the reason Buddha says six sense doors. Otherwise, he would have said only one sense door and leave it. If everything were to be coming to the kaya, then he would have said everything flows into the kaya and then there are no six consciousness required, correct?
Yes.
Would have been sufficient, only kaya and mano sense door, done. Two
So
sense.
then,
Yes.
yeah, that if you're feeling in the body, when you say that, there is a body, we can say from head to feet, the whole body. No, no, just that's not my question.
Got it.
So now,
Okay.
when it is here, a sense door, you're saying six sense doors. So that is any particular place located in
Yes.
some particular area,
It is
just in the ear area.
no. It is Sota Vattu. It is part of them. Main is the Hadaya Vattu, where you mind called as the mind sense.
Now, what I mean is, can it be located in any part of the body? That's what I'm saying. Right?
No,
Any part of the body.
no. Only in the mental sheath
No,
available. It is not
no.
there in physical. Because it's the pasada rupa.
For
The
example,
shiny surface. Right.
but when you feel, for example, some emotions, like you feel, normally I feel somewhere here, but if you feel some kind of thoughts or something going on, you can feel in the head region.
It
So
also
same like that, any physical.
No, it is also in the same place. No head. It's a gross manifestation of what we are. We are used always like this, thinking. We got used to reverse whatever we have or unlearn whatever we really see where it is. I'll give an example. Try this out. Ask somebody to shout where you feel. You feel it in the heart.
Yeah, that is because it is an emotion, this type of an emotion.
We are calling it as an
But
emotion, Bobby. We're calling it
but
whatever we want to call. All feelings happen in the heart.
when somebody shouts, there is a kind of unpleasant or something. So that is there in the heart. But what I am talking about is whenever I observe somewhere in the head region, the thought stops, but not in the heart region. If I observe in the heart region, that I don't know whether it is. For example,
you are not really heart region. You have to see the heart region as heart region. How the thoughts are formed. It catch the thought. Yes. Another thing what we can neuron firing is we would feel as brain is time. Because synapse is brain and the neuron firing is brain. It's not heart. I don't feel it heart when the thoughts are feeling more brain than heart. Absolutely. But reality, the other way around. Because it's happening here, the neurons are getting stop happening. Neurons will,
it is originating there. What he's saying.
and it's subtle. Mano mind is subtle. First, we have to unearth all the five are fairly gross when then we come to the mind. Then you will yourself
In long course, Goenkaji always says once you are getting that free flow or this one, concentrate on the Hidayavatu. He always says, but he didn't explain
that
all
is
this.
center of the heart. Yes, correct.
Center, yeah. He saw, some strenum here, just why he's telling to observe that
See,
after.
he's not saying it is how it is. See, now I'll tell you what. Adaya is heart, not a physical heart. Adaya Vattu. Vattu means substance or the place.
Location. Oh.
Now, where all of these are, your basic feelings are in the heart, whether it is for the eye or ears or for the nose or for tongue or body or for the mind, everything feel, a feeling, emotions, whatever you want to. that is in the, there's a heaviness feeling, the lightness, there's happiness feeling, sadness feeling, and all of these feelings are coming due to five senses: seeing, your hearing, your tasting, your touching. And what gets created because of that is connected heart as well as to the brain. And since in general language, parlance, or whatever, or science, they feel mind is the brain, but there's no mind as such. Take it. Can't find where this is mind is. They say mind. They take it physical. Physical thing where to put an electrodes here. Find there is electric transmissions happening, movement and all that, and then firings happen, neurons. Then you come to a conclusion that the mind, when we say mind, means brain. So then where the thought should happen? In the brain, obviously, right? The scientific definition given to the mind in science or medicine is for the brain. The explanation given by the Buddha in mind is the chitta. And since we don't have a word in English for chitta, what happens? We have to call that as mind. Now,
That's why some people, sorry. So that's why some people say, like Bobby, like a heart and mind. Chitta is the heart mind.
heart mind, yes.
That's what Patrick says. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. So then what happens? It becomes very problematic now. Because we are saying mind is defined as a brain. That means the feeling should come in the brain, and we see the feelings are coming in the heart. So when we thinking, when we say thoughts, these thoughts are happening in the brain, they are not heart. That's a thing what I have to take. I have to take that as a conclusion. Where? But Hadaya Vattu, what is spoken by Goenka or in the Buddha teaching, different. Not physical place in the heart. It's a feeling center, right? The main feeling center. But mind is subtle, and nobody will understand what is subtle. What is subtle being there? Subtle being there, it can create its own. It can create its own eye, it can create its own ear, nose, tongue, body, and present it. That happens in the heart. But it requires a medium. The medium is the brain. It sends brain, and it seems as though your brain has the capacity to think. Okay. Now, what did they find? The scientists found that there is three brain. They called it as a reptilian brain. Like that, they started defining. Search on the net for triune. You'll see that. Now, scientifically, they are agreeing that there are three brains. And then they come up with the conclusion that majority of the decision making is in the frontal cortex. Okay. Now, there is a video from a lady who had a brain tumor and collapsed. It's called as stroke of insight. You can search on YouTube. There is a video. I'll share that link also for you. Stroke of insight's a 21-minute video, but there's a book of hers, very nicely written. There you will find what she says. She says when the left brain went away, she felt she's in heaven because the right brain was just being there.
Yeah, I have read that one. Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
And I told Bobby about that one.
Mm.
So why the hell is like that? Search for stroke of insight on YouTube. He only speaks, so I don't have to speak for her. He will only speak. And she shows the brain, physical brain, says where it is, how she felt, scientific or medically, she tells that. Why? Because it's happening in the heart. Got nothing to do with the brain. But then we have to go by that because we can't see this Hadayavattu at all, anywhere. If you cut heart open, you will not find any Hadayavattu, nor for that matter, any of the six sense know what Buddha is talking about. Chakkuvattu, Sotavattu, Ghanavattu, Jivhavattu, Kayavattu. Those Vattu itself you will not find. Then we can say that Buddha is maybe in those 2500 years ago, maybe he had a misunderstanding. Now we are having machines. We have found out the actual one, there's nothing in the heart. Everything is in the brain. Okay, if everything is the brain, if the person were to die, then how does he remember past life? That is fabricated. Nobody remembers any past life. Is one answer I can give. Another answer they can find. How? I don't know, but it's possible. So this becomes pseudoscience, this one, and this becomes science. Because what is demonstrable is science, what is cannot be demonstrable is pseudoscience. So I can put the Buddha Dhamma into pseudoscience because many things what he says cannot be tested.
If I can give an analogy for this, right? If we take our laptops or like mobile phones, right? The apps, the applications on the laptop, the softwares, basically, they are not tangible, right? They're just there on the screen. We can just see them on the screen. But if we, let's say, open the laptop or the phone and see there are no softwares there, you just see the physical components, right? Just the battery and like stuff like the RAM and things like that. So the brain is basically the bridge between the body and the mind, we can say like that. So whatever the mind sense, it can be acted upon the body through the brain. Hope that helps.
Okay, I'm just sending this sutta in the chat. And I will send you the stroke of insight also. This is for.
So this is being recorded, Vilasji, right?
Yes.
This session. So this is wonderful. Yeah, I will straight away. I will go through again before I go to sleep. Good question, Bobby.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I love Bobby's questions. It's nice. Okay, so I have sent you that Gaddula Sutta, and I'm sending this stroke of insight from Tilly Bill Bolty Taylor. I've sent both. So you can enjoy. And Shreyas, if you want, I can also send it. You can search for stroke of insight. Okay, so that is how it is, Bobby. So now what we are trying to do, we are trying to slow down things. First we did with Kaya. So with the Goenka technique, you did the Kaya one beautifully, so many retreats. Now you are good enough to go into the other sense and close all the sense doors. Then you come to the mind sense, Adaivattu. Then we'll close. That sixth sense door closing is the bar. Got it?
Hopefully we'll reach there.
Not hopefully, you will reach. What is there to hope there? You should learn the art of giving up rather than taking it. That's all.
Yeah.
You will do it.
Surrendering to our teacher is very important.
Yes. You will.
But definitely all this last few days, whatever discussion and the practice cleared a lot of doubts and more clarity in whatever we are understanding of Dhamma.
Good. Appreciate. And I feel happy that I'm able to deliver something.
Thank you very much. You are being very humble in saying that.
Yeah, but, I might know 100 things, but it should come to help. It should, like, the needy wants it, and that disease gets cured. The doctor is more happy than the patient. Has worked.
Quench the thirst.
Yeah, quench the thirst. I might talk all the theory in the world, but I myself not practicing.
Yeah.
No sense.
Well, can I ask one question? Like, it's maybe very, like, maybe basic question. But sometimes whenever I do Vipassana, as going as you said, but so sometimes like few days come where I get lots of pain especially in the back. So on my left and right shoulder side, a little bit further down, as if I've done lots of work, lots of exercise when I used to do in a young age, like lifting kind of thing. So much pain, and then I stuck. I can't go anywhere further. So that happens, and it has been started yesterday onwards. So even today, I was having lots of pain. So how to treat that one? I just go back to breathing, but that time breathing also that keeps my attention there. I'm not
Yeah,
reacting maybe,
very,
but not
very,
sure.
yeah, got it. Yeah, Jana, have to do
Okay. Mhm.
you. There is one sutta. Why Buddha says, yes,
Mhm.
Shankama Sutta. I will send that also. It will be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please send that also.
Shankama Sutta. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sangama means so this Thai
Yeah.
they say
Shankama.
walking
Yeah.
meditation.
walking,
Yeah.
walking.
Sangama.
Okay. Yeah. Because since yesterday, it has been becoming so hard.
Yeah. You shouldn't do that.
My whole yeah. So I wanted some remedy. I was not getting any remedy for that one. And once it starts, it stays there. For a few days, I can see that.
Wait, I'm searching. And in Sanskrit, it becomes Chankrama.
Yeah.
Krama is, you know Krama, right?
Krama is a number sequencing.
Order, right?
Order,
Krama?
order.
Yeah.
Order, yeah.
Sequence. Yeah.
Sir, I need to drop for lunch.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Totally fine. So I'll just, instead of sending the sutta, I'll copy and paste the whole thing.
Hmm.
WhatsApp.
So why is that order? Like walking, I can understand. Why is that order? Like, for example, it should be some order, like walking up and down, or is it I can walk anywhere?
You can walk the way you want. See,
Yeah.
at that time, people used to go somewhere else and they didn't have mobile phones like what we have today. So, how will they call them? There's a particular order. See, that whatever he says is for that time.
Area, that time.
So, so he says in this particular order, you need to do it. Like, night food. Why you should not eat? There is one sutta itself for that. And he says there is one bhikkhu who went in the night and he asked.
Yeah, so all the people and like a ghost or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he stopped people from going and asking in the night so that you don't
Yeah.
scare them.
Yeah.
I've sent it. See, if you have seen the screenshot, it just says why you should walk. A very small sutta.
Yeah, I can see it's a Wi-Fi. You get fit for okay. Americans, there are the 5 benefits of walking meditation. Yeah.
Yes. And you see the last one.
These are
Shankama
the
dhigato samadhi chirakato hoti.
Mhm.
That means if you want to be in the meditative state for long
Longer
time,
period.
do the walking meditation only.
Because it continues in the activities.
Exactly. Don't do the sitting meditation long time. You'll
Yeah,
get
I think
drowsy.
I was addicted to that, and I was not even meditating. Sometimes I feel sleepy.
Yes.
Okay, so I will go through this sutta and then I try accordingly. Yeah, because it's required.
Yes.
Because as I said, my sleep is not good. So it can help when I wake up. Because in the middle of the night, if I sleep, wake up, it's quite hard to do meditation. But if I keep on doing like this, walking, yes, definitely it can help. Yeah.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Any more or shall we end? I'm okay to have.
I think no, your energy is so wonderful. So sometimes I feel like we are taking a lot of time from you.
For Dhamma.
But still, a lot of informations. But I can't remember anything now.
That's okay.
But yeah.
No, it's fantastic. But I'll call you maybe tomorrow. I just want to talk to you on phone directly, so that I will do it tomorrow.
Okay.
So when we are having next?
We'll meet again tomorrow 4:30. Every day 4:30. Whatever we have kept, we can meet.
4:30.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm working from home, so
then,
it would be
then whenever possible.
no. So tomorrow I'm working from home. So 4:30 means it's a 4:30. 4:30 night one. Yeah, that's fine.
Night one.
Yeah. So now
Yeah.
this is
4:30.
that's all right.
When I say 4:30, it is not your 4:30.
Yeah. Sometimes it is. It is
Yeah.
with
You are 9.
9.
So these 2 days were like Bobby. It's like a weekend special.
Yes.
Otherwise, whatever is that. So
Yeah.
this is
Okay,
fantastic.
that is.
Yeah.
We'll meet at 9 to 10. We'll sharp close
Yes.
at 10, 1 hour.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That's definitely.
Yeah. Sure.
So that you can have a good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Then
Yes. Thank you very much.
have a very great evening.
Thank you very much. Thanks for.